All right, you guys. So we got some good news and we got some bad news for those that love the game Balatro. We're going to talk about it. The Balatro 1.1 update has been delayed indefinitely. Like I said, it's good news, it's bad news, but we're going to talk about it. Solo developer Local Thunk has announced that the 1.1 update from Balatro, initially announced to be released sometime in 2025, has been delayed. Oh no! Since its release February 2024, the poker-themed roguelike deck builder has continued to be an addiction for many, and Balatro players are eager for the title's first major gameplay update. Unfortunately, it will appear it's not. It's up in the air. Woo! That was a hard sentence for me. In August 2024, Local Thunk announced the free Balatro 1.1 update slated to be released for all players in 2025. According to the developer, the patch would introduce new strategies and ideas into the roguelike, and while not explicitly stated, potentially add more unique jokers to the mix. And what's insane to me is the fact that there's already so many jokers for this game. I don't even know. I don't even think I've played with every single joker. It's insane. This ignites fan curiosity, with many wondering how the popular game would change and how much new content would be introduced. You know, that is a good question. Seriously, how much more content can you add to this roguelike game? I mean, of course, you can add additional jokers, you can add additional decks, but how much is too much, if that makes any amount of sense? Now, the game's creator has shared some disappointing news regarding the update launch, though his reasoning is being well received by longtime fans. And me personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. In a blog post, Uncle Thunk confirmed that the 1.1 update for Balatro will no longer be released in 2025 and will instead be done when it's done. I'm perfectly okay with that. As long as that the 1.1 patch is good. That's the big thing. I'm like, take your time, because this game, it has a lot that it can do when it comes to Balatro. There's so much to do with Balatro. And I mean, I own Balatro. Oh my god, it's so funny. I have it on my Xbox, my PlayStation, my PC, my iPad, and I got it for the Switch. Now, mind you, I bought it for I bought it for the PC, the iPad, and the Switch. The other two, like, it was on Game Pass, and it was given out free on PlayStation Plus, if that makes sense. Well, not really free, but it was part of PlayStation Plus. The developer explains that he experienced intense burnout after the game's initial launch and subsequent balance patches and mobile releases, and that after a break, he returns to his work on Balatro slowly and steadily. I don't blame him, because burnout is a real thing, and especially if he is a solo developer, like developing all this stuff by himself, like, that's a lot to develop a game for every platform imaginable: mobile, PlayStation, Xbox, PC. It's just insane to think. I still love drawing my silly jokers, but the prospect of rushing the work and going back into a crunch mode to get it out this year just felt terrible. I don't blame him for that, because personally, I want something that's very well thought out and actually complete, instead of something that has been crunch, and then pushed out. The creator reiterates that the 1.1 patch will still be released and will still be free for players on all platforms, while stating that he does not want it to be the last update. Which, I mean, there's just so much to do when it comes to, Balatro. I highly doubt it will be the last update. Humorously, Local Thunk concluded the blog post by reminding readers that he recently earned every Balatro achievement, which only made him want to achieve the same feat again when the 1.1 is finally live. Okay. The explosive popularity of the poker-themed roguelike game cannot be understated, with the game selling over 5 million copies by January 2025 and winning multiple awards, including Best Independent Game, Best Debut Indie Title, and Best Mobile Game at the Games Awards 2024. That is an impressive feat all to itself. Also, you can just tell that this game is definitely a passion project for him. He doesn't, this is his baby, and I don't blame him for not wanting to rush anything out. Despite all this, Local Thunk didn't expect Balatro to be a hit, explaining that he created it for a few friends as a hobby. And see, that is what makes games great. Is if you're doing it as a passion project, as a hobby, and you are putting your, time, effort, and everything into it, like that's what makes a good game. In July, legendary Doom developer John Romero commented on Balatro, citing it as proof that some of the greatest games from recent years have been indie titles. The creator also cited Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which is currently seen by many to be the best 2025 Game of the Year contender. I mean, you don't need a massive budget for the game to be really good. And freaking Balatro, Expedition 33, Silk Song, whatever it's called, the one that just came out. All of them are indie games that are so well thought out, so well done. I mean, AAA, quadruple A, 5A, whatever you want to call them, they should be worried. Let's go full screen. I did think it was funny because I made a video talking about how there is an ever-growing trend that's been talked about a lot. And a lot of people are like, I never heard of this trend. Well, open your fucking eyes, man. I don't think a lot of people realize that new games nowadays are just terrible. They're bad. And there's not really any substance behind a lot of newer games. But then you get, Expedition 33, you get Balatro, you get Silk Song, whatever, I think that's what it's called, whatever it's called, that go out there and they just completely break the mold and do just amazing, amazing things. And it's not like it's a, Silk Song is the name of it. It's not like they turn around and they reinvented the wheel. They're taking mechanics that have been around for years and they're just making them their own. The article I was referencing was talking about games. It's like top 10 games of the year, like 80% of them. I think there was like only 2 that cracked in that, it was just ridiculous that all these newer games are just so bad. And a lot of people are just more apt to play older games because 1, they already got them. 2, they don't have to worry about, an $80, $90 price point, additional DLC, being riddled with microtransactions. It's just one of those things. Do I think Balatro is a perfect example of a game that's very well done, very well thought out? Yes. On top of that, I'm surprised that this article doesn't also talk about his battle with the European Video Game Rating Board, where he actually got it reversed because they had it as adult only, and then they basically turned around and gave it a T rating, whatever the T rating is over in Europe, due to the fact that they said it was a gambling game, when in fact it is not a gambling game. It just has gambling, tendencies because it utilizes poker hands. But Balatro, amazing game. If you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out. Like I said, I have it on every console I have in this, every new generation console I have in this room. Anyways, you guys, y'all take it easy. Don't forget to mash that like button. Subscribe. Every little bit helps out the channel a lot. Y'all take it easy. Have a great, wonderful day. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.